performance and optimization in this thermal unit, and then we will see the comparison with the other field. Okay, so this is the field. Medco have a block in Oman, located in the South Oman, around 1 or 2 hours maybe before Saala, Southern Oman. And then this is the block, current small field block. And then we have a field there, we call X field. Here, this is the field. And then in this field, actually we have quite heavy oil there. We want pilot, so we trying to select location for the pilot. This is the location. If you see here, the rectangle green dash area. This is the area for the pilot. We will see later. The summary of the reservoir. Here we have quite heavy pressure, quite high pressure, around 9,000 kilopascal. And then we have sandstone, unconsolidated sandstone with very good permeability. More than 5,000 milliliters. So that's the reservoir. And then in terms of oil, so we have quite a special oil. We can say medium oil because the viscosity around 1,000 and 3,000 centipoise with API around 16. To give you maybe an indication, if you see water is 1 centipoise, and then for 1,000 centipoise about like honey. Maybe in Oman we have like cedar honey. I like that maybe. So oil in this field like honey, quite very thick. And then the reservoir temperature itself is not so high, around 50 Celsius. And then the reservoir is from 800 with less thickness, you can say, yeah. Not quite thick sandstone there, only around, we can say 15 meters of average reservoir thickness. The good thing in here, we have a quite strong reservoir, so a quite strong aquifer that supports the reservoir pressure. Okay, so with this kind of reservoir summary, actually, if we develop this field using only normal development, we only get maybe the recovery factor of oil only around 5 to 10%. So here already we get 10%. As the heavy oil already quite good in this, but of course we still remain around more than 90% of oil in the reservoir. So that's why we need put an effort to find the suitable technology to recover this or unlock this 90% of oil in the reservoir. So based on these conditions, we do the reverse screening, and based on the reservoir summary that's already we see here, one of the suitable one is the thermal. So that's why we are applying, trying to prepare the pilot project for this single project as a thermal development. Okay, maybe this is just for you not quite familiar with thermal. All of you already know about thermal, but this is just to give you an idea if someone that's not quite familiar. So this is how to develop the steam flooding. We have a steam injector well to inject the steam to the reservoir to deliver the thermal energy to the reservoir in order to improve the temperature. So we can reduce the viscosity because this viscosity makes the mobility lower. So with the lower mobility, of course, we will get a very low recovery factor. So that's why we need to deliver thermal energy to improve temperature and then reduce the viscosity. So we have high mobility of oil. So also in this also we have like one well that's produce the well. So normally this is like the simple diagram for thermal. We deliver the thermal to the reservoir. Of course, we have also some challenging in the heat loss. The heat loss starts from the steam generator itself, and during the run into the reservoir, we have loss, and also the reservoir itself we have loss as well. In the top of the bottom of the reservoir, we have possibility of loss, and then also we have loss during we produce the oil from the production well. But of course, with this, we still have the remaining energy to improve the reservoir temperature. Okay, so this is, we can see the reservoir performance, yeah, simple reservoir performance. So we start do the laboratory testing in 2012, and then in 2015 we already start CSS. CSS actually like cyclic steam stimulation. So we do the stimulation using thermal, but half and pump in the same well to see the response of thermal to this field. And then we start to build the pilot project in 2018. Use steam drive pilot pattern. So we have 2 vertical injector and 3 horizontal producer. If you can see here, that's the pattern that we use. Injector with horizontal pattern. As you know, maybe commonly thermal developed by vertical well. It's very common. So they have like 5 pattern or inverted 5 pattern of 7 or 7 pattern or inverted 7 pattern. So, but here we're trying to approach it different way with vertical injector and horizontal producer. So if you see here, start the journey from 2018, end of 2018. The red baseline is the cumulative performance of our steam injector, and then the green set one is our cumulative oil production. And if you see, there's the gray ones very thick in the bottom of the green set is our estimate production if you don't develop this field using the thermal recovery. So we will get only the small thickness of oil recovery there. But by applying this thermal recovery, we can recover until you see the green set one. So about, like you can see here, about 4 times compared to the steam what we injected total cumulative in the field. So that's why our current cumulative steam oil ratio around 4.5, which is as thermal recovery is quite good. Until now we have a very good performance. We can say the recovery factor close to 70%. Okay, this is just want to show you the reservoir performance. So to do the assessment or evaluation about the performance of steam recovery or thermal recovery, usually we put some parameters. The parameters that we continuously observing is steam oil ratio. So how much we deliver steam to the reservoir and how much oil that we get. So in here we have like 2 types of steam oil ratio, instantaneous and cumulative. So for instantaneous, very hunting, you see the blessed baseline. So this is actually representative the stability of productions during applying of this steam flood pilot project. And then actually the real performance of thermal recovery or silver itself reflected by this cumulative steam oil ratio, which is here, if you see, current is 4.5, it's considered good. So we consider good reservoir thermal reservoir performance if the steam oil ratio between 3 until 5. So we are in the range. So what happens during this hunting low and downs of steam oil ratio, like this ones in June 2020, we have low, even 0, steam oil ratios instantaneous, because at that time we stopped the steam injections because of economic reasons. At that time the oil price less than $25 per barrel. So that's why it's not economic to run this project. So we stopped the steam injection. And then we still have another peak line there. Most of them, like in December 2021 and December 2023, most of them because of the downhole pump performance. Number or volume of steam that we inject to the reservoir. We call it core volume injections. So here you can see with currently around more than 2 core volume injections, we already have reached the recovery factor around 70%. So this the stability in the well, the injector well, it will be affect your performance in the steam flood. So here we try to capture from 2022 until 2024 for the number events that we have in production well. Alhamdulillah, it's getting less. It means it's getting better. So if you have reduced also the total shutting time for the production well. And then special one when we in end of 2023 we convert the pilot project that we do. First, the first is selected the correct method or the correct method or the correct method that we will apply in the steam. So here we selected the vertical injector and horizontal producers as our pilot project, which is normally for steam plant they use vertical injector and vertical producer. But here we try to approach with difference. This is the consideration. First, to optimize the capex. So with horizontal producers, we can reduce the number of the production well. And then with very length of contact with the reservoir also, we will get big drainage radius, higher drainage radius compared to the vertical one. The steam hours compared to the others for quite steam plant, very popular one, tourist steam plant like Chevron in Asia. The RF around 60%. And then we have also here 10 River in USA around 66% recovery factor. And Midway Sunset in US as well, around 71%. Athabasca, Canada, around 65%. Here we have Xfield in Oman, run by Benko, we have like around 69, close to 70%. Okay, thank you very much. I think that's all.
Go back to the slide where you're showing the simulation versus the performance of the, normally I'm as an engineer myself, so normally we see the other way around. So I would like to know why the simulation is actually showing lesser, about almost 10% less than the actual performance. Normally simulation is the more sort of, optimistic, so I would like to know. And the second question I wanted to ask you about your experience of stopping the simulation, stopping the steam plant, and what are the impacts you're facing.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the very tough question. Okay, for the simulation, correct. Actually, this is we can say the simulation is quite reliable. We can rely on this. What we do here actually, of course, in the beginning, if we compare with the first original model, it will be quite gap. Between the actual and but during the time, of course, once we got the history of production, then we update the simulation itself. So we do reviewing the history matchings, and that's what we do here. The important one is we adjust at that time because we have very limited data. We don't have core analysis data actually, so we rely on we only have BCP data, so we rely on the analog field for the core data. So what we do, actually the important ones we can share with you is adjust the relation between the endpoint relative permeability with the temperature. So this is one very important. So the changing of your endpoint like saturation, current saturation, KROW, and then residual oil related to the changing of temperature, because this is what will happen in the reservoir. So that's the main parameter that we can say we adjust to get this good history matching in here. Experience during when we stop, yes, you are correct. Actually, it's when we stop. Usually, when we start injection again, you can see here. This is what happens after we stop for a quite long time, and then when we start injections, the SORC will be shooting up. Why? Because you already inject steam there, but still you don't get the recovery of oil or the improve the thermal response from the oil. So that's why it becomes your steam oil ratio shooting up. So it depends on your reservoir. So also depends, especially depends between your reservoir injector as well injector to the producers.